Today we have students from Jeffrey Elementary School at Strong Field. And varsity football players, cheerleaders, and band members are partners with Jeffrey School students are in the Touchdown for Character reading program. Under the guidance of Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Shirley, and Coach Hines, we teach students from kindergarten through 4th grade and read books with positive. They read books with positive messages about respect, sportsmanship, and kindness. Students from Jeffrey School will lead our Tigers onto the field during opening ceremonies today. Here come the Tigers! As follows. Our referee is Art Hayden. The umpire is Ron Stopkowski. Linesman James Vicario. The line judge Michael Graham. The back judge is Damian Bellato. And our timekeeper tonight is Martin Gibbs. The captains for hands, number 6, Chris Bartosic. Number 16, Julian Banerjee. And number 51, Jack Flanagan. West Haven captains are number 30, Kylan Jennett, number 62, Gavin Moore, and number 63, Joe Manning. And won the toss. And has chosen to receive.
Wow, that's something different.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
Good evening for Madison Public Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger Football. This is the 5th game of the season after a bye week last week. And they're playing the Blue Devils of West Haven tonight. This is Kent Sprague. We got Steve Fust on the camera. John Woods is here. My partner Frank Tordoff is down greeting Mickey Mouse in Florida this weekend. We expect him back next week. Hand won the toss and will take the ball first. Daniel Hand will be going from east to west, left to right as we look at it from the top of the press box. We're about ready to begin. Here's a high spinning kick, relatively short. Fielded at about the 13, come to the right, up to the 25. Chris Bartosik is the return man. What we know about this West Haven team is they're 3-1. They have beaten Hamden, Notre Dame of West Haven, and Bassick. They lost by 1 point to North Haven, who's a very strong team. They lost that game 20-19. So Hand gets the ball first here. Motion left, and we got whistles on the first play. That's procedure call on the first play from scrimmage. This West Haven team is almost always a strong team. They're 3-1 this year. They usually have very good athletes. They got some kids that are really quick and can run. Well coached, well disciplined. There's another flag before the second snap. We can't get this game going. We will eventually have a football game here. Beautiful night at Strong Field in Madison. It rained about 1 3/4 inches last night. Sun came out about noon today, and a clear sky tonight, but it's cool. It's in the low 50s, and they pick up the flag. No penalty on that one. Phoenix Billings at quarterback for Daniel Hand. Same play with motion to the left. And it's a run up the middle. That looks like McCabe, number 20. For Hand, Colin McCabe.
Number 20, Colin McCabe. Tackled by number 4, James Parker.
Gained a couple of yards.
Gain of about 3 on the play. 2nd and 12.
Hand out in the shotgun, 2 receivers each side. No huddle offense. That's Cosgriff in motion. Billings looking to throw long. And complete pass. And he spins away. And finally dragged down. Dragged down near the 25.
Number 86,
Ethan Haberman. Big tight.
Number 20, Juan Gutierrez.
Big tight end for Hand. A big play for Hand. They put it down at the 26. That was a good catch by Haberman on that pass. Run to the right. Wedges forward for maybe a yard.
Number 20, McCabe with the carry.
Colin McCabe again.
Gain of about 2.
The carry.
Check that. Tackled by number 8, Malachi Wright.
Second down and 9.
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
And we still have traffic coming into the ballpark here. The turf field of that strong field at the Surf Club. Looking to throw a pass, a slant. Complete pass down to the 20.
Pass completion, number 6, Bartosik.
Bartosik makes the catch. He's still
By
going,
number 10, America Blackbird.
still about 4 yards short of a first down.
Gain of about 5. 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 at the 20. That's a pitch to the right side. Going over the right side, the ball is loose. And it's recovered by West Haven. Ball knocked loose, fumbled. So West Haven takes over.
Fumble recovered by number 20, Gutierrez.
That ball came very close to being fumbled out of bounds, but the referee gave it to West Haven inbounds as a recovery.
First down, West Haven.
At the 10.
Come on, defense!
At the 10-yard line.
What we know about this West Haven team is their quarterback is a pretty good runner and not as good a passer. So we'll see how that develops. They're going to the right side. That one's stuffed after a yard or so.
Ball carried by number 3, Medina. Tackled by number 72, Ben Corniello.
Ben Cornello, number 72,
Do about a yard in the play.
made that tackle.
2nd and 9.
Jack Flanagan is on the right side on the defensive line. Cornello is on the left side. And Mackin McDonald is in the middle. He's wearing 75. It's a sweep to the right side, cut back, nothing there.
There he is with the keeper.
May have lost a yard or so.
Tackled by number 51, Jack Flanagan.
One of the tri-captains, Jack Flanagan, makes that tackle. Lost 2 yards.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. Usually a pass play. We're in the first quarter, no score yet. Hand has had the ball once, made good yardage, but lost it on a fumble. It's a cut back this way, and that's going to get nothing. Stop goal.
Carried by number 30, Colin Jeanette.
Julian Banerjee in on that tackle. He usually is a safety. Punt formation, going to punt it out of the end zone. The return man is standing at about the 45. That's Bartosik. It's fumbled in the end zone, and he kicks it out of there, but for very little. Let's see what they call here. That's going to be a safety. That kick did not get out of the end zone. 2 points for hand with 7:34 showing on the clock, first quarter. That snap was a bit low. It was not handled by the kicker. Finally, he kicked it out of there, but didn't get it across the goal. That's Daniel Hand's about third safety that by my count, this year. Very strong defensive team. Hand's defensive varsity team has not been scored on in 4 games. They've been scored on in all 4 games, but they were all in the fourth quarter after they had mainly JV players into the game. Hand is averaging 43 points a game. Their opposition about 7. So North Haven will have to kick it back to Hand after the safety, and it's going to be a place kick. Put on down on the 20. Pretty good kick, long kick. Fielded on the fly at about the 32. Run to the left, cut back, right to the 50. Julian Banerjee returned that kick. He returned that kick about 18 yards from where he caught it. Oh, it's going to be a holding call against Hand on that return, however. Push him back, 15. We'll try to pick up some of the Hand players as we go. I see big number 77 in the line there. That's Tom Bambrick. Motion this way. Quarterback keep. Good gain. First down and more. Still going. Still going. He's down to the 43. And a hurry up offense. They got to wait for the sticks on the sideline to get set. So hand off and run this side. Good big hole. Still going. That looks like McCabe. Colin McCabe. We got a yellow hanky on the field here in Hand's backfield. Another holding call, it looks like. A big run. Another holding call. That's the second one, and we're early in the first quarter. That takes the ball back to the 50. Play first down again now. It's 1st and 15. Phoenix Billings at quarterback. He's a junior this year. He can throw the long ball and he can also run it. Looking long. Now he's going to throw long. There's his man. Complete pass. Finally thrown out of bounds inside the 10. About the 8.
First down, Tigers.
You see who caught that, John? Did you see who caught that? Oh, okay. I didn't pick up who the reception was by. I believe Bartosik on that side.
First and goal on the West Haven 9.
First and goal. Run up the middle, still going. And down about the 2.
Stayed with the carry.
Good gain on first down.
Number 4, Parker. Second and goal at the 4.
Power formation there. Run right up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown hand.
Down, Tiger.
Went right over the left guard and the center.
Colin McCabe with the touchdown.
Colin McCabe scores the touchdown. Extra point try. They're going to go for 2. They got 3 receivers on this side of the field, 1 on the far side. Now we got motion back. And quarterback keeps and all the way untouched. 2-point conversion.
Extra point for number 13, Isaiah McNeely.
Isaiah McNeely, the kicker, is also a backup quarterback and plays corner on defense. He's a good runner. 10-0, hand leading with 6:04 left in the first quarter. We played just about half of this first quarter. It's a beautiful night at Strong Field. We got a what our kids used to call a fingernail moon out tonight. It's about between 50 and 55 degrees. No wind to amount to anything. Isaiah McNeely to kick off back to North Haven. The long kick, long high one. Going to be fielded on the fly at about the 7. And they got him wrapped up short of the 25.
Kickoff return by number 9, Steele's coach.
Oh,
Down by number 4, Tom Ferris. West Haven first down.
Steve Fust has corrected me here. I guess I called them North Haven. They're actually West Haven. They lost to North Haven earlier. So West Haven Blue Devils get the ball back. About to 23. It's a quick pass over on the right side. Tackled immediately. Complete pass for a loss.
Tackled by number 16, Banerjee.
Julian Banerjee makes a tackle for 4-yard loss.
14.
So far, Banerjee's been all over the place on defense and also on offense. Isaiah McNeely is protecting this corner on the near side. And quarterback keeps. He doesn't get much, maybe a yard.
Quarterback keeper. Tackled by number 72, Ben Cornell, 19. Cade Doverspike.
It's the first time we've mentioned Dover Spike.
Lost about a yard on the play.
Playing a linebacker position, is done on a lot of tackles. Cade Dover Spike. He wears number 19. Third down and long. Quarterback rolling this way, looking to throw it. And now he's going to be snowed under for another loss. He rolled left and Doverspike again in on the tackle. I believe he came from the far side to make that tackle.
Fourth down, West Haven.
Fourth and about 20.
Back to punt is number 9, Coach.
This ball is going to be punted inside of the 5. His first punt was a disaster. There's a better snap. And a low driving kick over the head of the return man and a good roll. They're going to get away from it and let it roll down near the 30.
Ball rolls dead to the 30-yard line. The Tigers first down.
That punt from where he actually kicked it traveled about 65 yards. .335 left in this first quarter. Hand by the wall again. This is the familiar spread formation. Looking to throw a slant. Complete pass on this side. Oh, tackled hard at the 35. 5-yard gain. Chris Bartosik makes the catch. That's one of those bubble screens where the whiteout cuts back toward the middle. That's Haberman in motion. And handed off. And nothing there. Jesse Lutz carried the ball for the first time. And brought it right back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Third down and 5. It's a delay and a handoff. First down, Jesse Lutz still going up to the 49.
Ball carried by Jesse Lutz. Tackled by number 20, Gutierrez. Just short of the 50-yard line.
To 49. Another run to the right. Lutz fights his way forward for 2 or 3.
Jesse with the carry again. Brought down by number 1, Barrios.
Jesse Lutz, the smallest player on the field.
Gained about 4 yards on the play. Second down.
Jesse Lutz, the program shows him as 5'4" and 145 pounds. But he's a tough kid. Quarterback keep right up in the middle. And Phoenix Billings heading for the end zone.
Touchdown, Tigers!
Phoenix Billings faked the handoff and kept it. Good blocking in the line right ahead of him. Left guard center cleared out for him. Basically untouched all the way in. Takes the score to 16-0 with 1:32 showing on the clock. Here's this spread formation for a 2-point conversion try. Now they're going to close it up and kick it. Cosgriff is a holder.
Kick is up. It's good.
He kicked that one halfway to Guilford. Good. 17-0. That's Isaiah McNeely that is the kicker. He got a big leg. I'd like to see him try a 40-yard field goal sometime this year. Just over a minute and a half left in this first quarter. And with a 17-0 lead. Well, I was looking at my roster here. There's a kid wearing 58 for a hand. I don't have his name on my roster. That ball is still rolling over on the far side. Brings it back across the 25. Short of the 30.
By number 9, Coates. Tackled by number 59, Jack Hughes. West Haven first down.
Jack Hughes in on that tackle.
On the 27-yard line.
Ball down to about 27. We still have a stream of cars coming into the stadium here tonight. The stands are pretty well filled up. They're running this side and
By number 3, Medina.
tackled there after a short game.
Number 13,
Isaiah
Isaiah McNeely.
McNeely.
5, Shane Ryan.
Isaiah McNeely on the tackle, and also Shane Reiner.
Gain of a yard on the play.
Reiner wearing 25. That run gained about a yard. Clock is running. We're inside of a minute left in this first quarter. And another run, and that's going nowhere. Probably stopped for a slight loss.
30, Tyler Jeanette.
Flanagan in on that tackle.
Flanagan.
Jack Flanagan.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 9.
Third down 9. And we're down to 15 seconds and running. First quarter. Five seconds and running. He gets it off. And he's going to be tackled for another loss. Down at the 25. That's going to run out the first quarter,
Number 1, Barrios.
with Daniel Hand leading 17-0 against the West Haven Blue Devils.
Loss of about 5 on the play. 4th and 14.
Fourth and long for West Haven as we begin the second quarter.
At the end of the quarter, the score is Daniel Hand Tigers 17, West Haven 0.
Attention for West Haven with the fourth and long. Ball put down at about the 24. Well, in that first quarter, Hand overcame 2 holding penalties and a fumble loss, and still scored 17 points. Punt formation.
Coach back to punt.
Pretty good kick. Over heading for the sideline on the far side. It'll be out of bounds near the 45.
Punt goes out of bounds. About the 45-yard line. Touchdown Tigers on their own 45.
The screen pass complete. Number 8, Butler, Ian Butler, about a 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain.
Gaining about 7 on the play. Second and 3.
Ian Butler makes that catch. Into the game is Shane Reiner, 25. Billings still got it. Oh, he's got room to run. Got quite a bit of room to run. Finally pushed out of bounds. He's going to be put down at about the 33. And number 30, Jeanette, for West Haven, is one of their captains. Good player. Phoenix Billings was looking to throw, but he had a lot of room to run on the left side.
First and 10 on the 33.
And Billings keeps it again right up the middle. Big yardage. Across the 25.
25. Brought down by number 29.
Looks like he's going to be about a yard short of a first down.
Jaden Grant. Second and a short one.
Short yardage here. Second down and 1. He may take a shot at the end zone on this play. That's exactly what he's going to do. There's a complete pass. Touchdown him.
Touchdown Tigers. Chris Bartosik with the touchdown.
Chris Bartosik, one of the captains for hand, made that catch going across the middle and into the end zone with second down and short. I had a strong feeling that he was going to throw toward the end zone. Here's a spread formation lined up for the 2-point conversion try. And McNeely runs right up the middle.
Takes it in for 2.
Good. $25-0. I might mention that it doesn't mean too much this early in the season after only 4 games, but Daniel Hand Tigers were ranked number 3 in the state according to the Hartford Courant this week. We'll start looking at those kind of rankings a little bit later in the season after only 4 games. That really doesn't mean much, except that they've won all their games so far. Isaiah McNeely again to kick off. It's a low, hard one. And it's rolling and rolling and rolling out of bounds inside the 5. But that number 3 ranking in the state includes all schools regardless of size. I might mention that West Haven is a double L school. It's a bigger school than Daniel Hand. And usually they're well coached and well conditioned and they usually have some very good athletes. So far, they haven't got it going. A tight formation here. This is interesting. And they're running to this side, and that's going to gain about a yard. And everybody in tight. A run formation. They gave him almost 2 yards on that. Same formation. Gonna try it again. Oh, and they had a collision in the backfield. That was a real scrum there in the middle of the field. Cornello makes the tackle. We have a West Haven man slow to get up. Got an injury timeout. We'll take a break here. Our Ben Cornello, Jack Flanagan. Who else we got? Mac and McDonald. Third down and 10 for West Haven. So far, they have not succeeded in doing much on the ground against Hand. And Hand has had a strong defensive line all year so far. They're going to sweep to the far side of the field. He's got some blocking, and good gain that time, clear up to the 50. There's a good run by West Haven. You got one receiver wide, everybody else in tight. And they run up the middle and nothing. They're trying to run against Cornello, Flanagan, McDonald, and so far they haven't gotten much against the big guys up front. West Haven has the old-fashioned huddle. Daniel Hand hasn't had a huddle all year. No huddle, spread offense, wide open offense, scored a lot of points. There's another tight formation. And up the middle and planted after getting back to the line of scrimmage. Somebody, linebacker there, shot the gap on that one and stopped it immediately. We're just inside of 8 minutes left, second quarter. Daniel Hand leading 25-0 against the Blue Devils of West Haven. They're going to sweep to the right with the quarterback keeping. He's trying to cut it back, gains a yard or so, and that's it. I saw a 56 there for Hand. Luke Wagner in on that tackle. He was the first man that made contact. And Mac and McDonald was right behind him, 4th down and 8. And so far I don't see a punt formation. Their man drops back to punt. Hand's return man is back at about the 10. That's number 6 back there, Bartosik. Chris Bartosik is the return man. And we got whistles. Timeout, West Haven. We'll take a break. Man here to return this punt is Banerjee,
Punt is number 9.
standing on a 10. A good snap. And now he's going to run it. And he's not going to get much. Hand takes over on down.
20.
Fake punt. And gained about a yard. So Hand takes over. Good field position at the 47.
First down, Tigers on their own 47-yard line.
Phoenix Billings all the way at quarterback. At the reverse. It's the Butler with the ball. He's got a lot of room to run. Blocking ahead of him. And finally brought down inside the 25. That was a reverse. Butler ended up with the ball.
Blackford and number 3.
And the quarterback, Phoenix Billings, was leading the blocking. He had the whole right side of the field with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Or green turf, I guess it is here. First down at the 24. Timeout, Daniel Hand.
Timeout, Tigers. Clock is adjusted to 6:05.
First down, Hand at the 24. Billings looking to throw. It's a slant in. Complete pass. You got room to run. Oh, he loses the ball. And there's a scramble for it. Looked like West Haven got it.
Pass complete to number 8, Butler.
Butler made the catch.
Recovering his own fumble.
I guess Butler recovered it. Looked like a West Haven man had a shot at it.
Tackled by number 30. Good night.
Ian Butler is hitting himself on the helmet for giving up that fumble. He did a good job of recovering it.
First down, Tigers.
That was a first down and more. That was a pass play that was, man was wide open, Butler. He had two defenders to beat there. And it's a run by McCabe. He stopped Cole. Nothing there. Lost a couple yards. Lost about.
Carried by number 20, McCabe.
Colin McCabe
58,
lost 3.
Darashon Orange. Lost for about 3 in the play. Second down.
Number 3, Brad Cosgriff, back into the game as a receiver. The slot man on the left is Haberman. Caught a lot of passes so far. He's the motion man. And it's a complete pass, wide open. Touchdown Hand. Butler.
Down, Tigers.
Butler made the catch and spun away from a defender.
There's a flag on the play.
I think maybe Butler's getting flagged. I guess that was back in the line. Penalty against Hand, no touchdown.
Five-yard penalty.
I never did see this.
Number 21.
I never did see the signal on what it was, but it's a 5-yard penalty.
Second and 19.
Second and 19 at the 21. This is where they usually throw a screen pass or something of that nature. It's a lateral. You better cover it. Incomplete pass, they're calling it. Okay, that looked like a lateral from here. McCabe did a good job of making sure that he covered it. Third down and long. Cosgriff back in. And Shane Rainer out. Third and about 20. Looking to throw. Looking for the end zone. There's his man. Complete pass. Touchdown. Haberman. Ethan Haberman.
Ethan Haberman.
Ethan Haberman is the slot receiver there. He's 6'4", and he's a good receiver, good hands. If he can get his hands on it, he usually comes down with it. Here's a spread formation for a two-point conversion. And it's going to be kept by the quarterback. Runs it in, good. Two-point conversion. 33-0 with 4:49 before the half. And it showed a variety of extra point formations, and all of them have been successful. One of them was kicked, the rest of them have been passed or run in. Yep. I might mention that as we have been doing all season, this telecast is being streamed live all over the world. We have people in places like Houston and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and New Hampshire, and Houston and Florida, South Carolina that have been watching this game. There's the kickoff. It's a long kickoff into the end zone and out of the end zone. Might mention that we also have some friends in Seattle, Washington watching this game. Bob and Jennifer Booker, who are friends of our daughter and son-in-law. They were here for an anniversary celebration last week. And Bob Booker said he would be watching this game from Seattle. So we are spreading our wings on the viewing public all over the country. West Haven with the ball back. Quarterback keeps, does a spin, and runs right into a tackler. That's going to lose yardage.
Keeper by Darius. Tackle by number 51, Flanagan. Loss of a yard or two on the play.
Jack Flanagan in there for a 2-yard loss. Mack and McDonald right in the middle of that line. The other big guy on this side is 77, Tom Bambrick. And so far, West Haven has not had much success running against this line. There's a sweep left. That one's tackled from behind.
Ball carried by Medina, number 3. Tackle by number 20, McCabe.
Colin McCabe
Loss of another yard.
made the tackle for another loss. Third down, 13. Quarterback looking to throw it, and he is buried just as the ball goes up. Incomplete. Receiver had it for a second there, but it was knocked free. 4th and long.
Play number 4, Tom Ferrick.
Tom Ferrick
4th down.
playing a corner, knocked that ball away from the receiver. Punt formation. And got a return man back about the 50. With a good snap and a high short kick. And a pretty good roll. It's going to be picked up at the 40. Not going to get any forward progress after picking it up.
Return by Julian Banerjee.
Banerjee fielded the ball.
Number 6, Grant.
We have 3:17 left before the half. The Daniel Hand High School 200-man band has gone down to the sideline. Handed off over the right side. Not much there.
McCabe with the carry up the middle.
Colin McCabe carried the ball.
Start by number 44, Hava.
Right at the 40.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Quarterback gets out of there looking to throw it. Now he's throwing long. And almost.
Pass intended for Butler.
Ian Butler was the intended receiver.
By number 1, Barrios.
Good defensive play by the West Haven defender.
3rd down.
3rd and 10. We're down to 2.5 minutes left before the half. Usually a pass play here. Quick pass. Slant fin from the right side and a good run. 1st down. There's a flag at the end of the play. Completed pass.
Pass complete to number 6, Bartosik.
Chris Bartosik made the catch.
44, Hava, and number 10, Blackford. There's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that could be. Maybe a face mask. That's what it is, a face mask call
West Haven, a face mask.
against West Haven. Now he's going to move the sticks down to inside the 10, 1st and goal.
Well, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Phoenix Billings at quarterback all the way. Handed off up the middle all the way. Touchdown hand.
McCabe up the middle for a touchdown.
Colin McCabe scores again. That takes the score to 39-0. Let's see what they do for extra point here. Spread formation again. So far, that's been successful every time they've tried it. 4 receivers on this side. Now they've come in tight. They're going to kick it. You don't need to two-pointer with a 39-point lead. McNeely hits it good. Hit that one down to the
13 left in the first half. The score is now Daniel Hand Tigers 40, West Haven Blue Devils 0.
Isaiah McNeely hit that one down to the pitcher's mound of the Little League ball diamond. Isaiah McNeely set to kick it from the 40. The boomer into the end zone and out of the end zone. Touchback.
Kickoff goes through the end zone. West Haven will pick it up again at the 20.
So far, this game looks like another one that the first string players are only going to get to play about a half of this game. Unless West Haven puts up a score here in this last 2:13 before the half, it will be running time in the second half. Tight formation. And there's a plunge right up the middle. It gets nothing.
Ball carried by number 20, Gutierrez.
Tom Ferrick, number 4, was one of the
Number 4, Ferrick.
was one of the guys who met the ball carrier there. West Haven looks like they're just taking their time wanting this first half to end. It's a run to this side, and that's going to get nothing again.
Ball carried by number 6, Grant.
Hands defense.
25, Shane Reiner.
Shane Reiner was there, and so was Jack Flanagan. Lost another yard on that run. Hands defense has just not allowed West Haven anything. He had one long pass play. We're inside of a minute left before the half. Another run up the middle that's going to get nothing.
Ball carried by number 30, Jeanette. Tackled by 72, Cordiello.
Ben Carnello makes the tackle. We're inside of 30 seconds. This is fourth down play, and they're going to let the clock run out. It's down to 15 and running. So Daniel Hand is going to take a 40-0 lead in at halftime. We will have the cheerleaders and the big band led by John Gage, John Leonard at the half. And then after that, back for the third quarter. Enjoy the halftime.
The Daniel Hand cheerleaders would like to welcome their very special guests tonight, the Madison Youth Rec and competent cheerleaders, along with our little Tiger Cubs. A big thank you to head coach and president Michelle O'Day and her assistants Lindsay Smith, Deb Fiorella, and Pamela Brown. Go Tigers!
I remember that. Yeah, I was here. We had it happen last year too in one of the games because someone had set the timer for the rope. Yeah. Well, they took two lights off the two of control. Yeah, they did.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes that Tiger Band. The Tiger Band opens their 2016 halftime show with the 1986 #1 hit Bob Dylan, Living on a Prayer. The Tiger Flat Squad is led by Captains Paige Baser, Sydney Irwin, Danielle Johnson, and Ellie Reynolds. We now feature the Flag Squad and the captain's own choreography as the Tiger Band performs Queen's special hit from 1978, Don't Stop Me Now. We're welcome. close their halftime show by playing their school fight song on Wisconsin.
We're about ready to begin the second half of this game. And for the 5th game in a row, Hand is going to start the third quarter with running time. And as I have had it explained to me, running time means that the clock runs on incomplete passes. It runs while penalties are marked off. The only time the clock stops is after a score or a called timeout or an injury. Here's the kickoff. It's a long kick this time. Going into the end zone. Touchback to West Haven. So with the score 40-0, it will be a running time in the third quarter. I'll try to get as many players mentioned as possible. Usually in the third quarter of a lopsided game like this, Coach Mastriani leaves his first string backfield at least in there for the first series, and then he starts substituting about 4 or 5 tacklers for Hand there. Bring him down for a loss. So we expect to see a lot of the younger kids, the sophomores, kids that normally play on the JV team, playing most of this second half. And I noticed that number 10 in there, Nislik, who is usually the backup quarterback, is playing defense now. Kevin Nislik is wearing number 10. So West Haven is trying to go around the right side. Gains a little bit of yardage. 2 or 3, maybe 4. Brought it out to the 22. Third down and about 8. They're trying to run against that good defensive line for Hand, and they aren't getting much. Good defense. Ben Carnello in there on a tackle. Punt formation again. I don't believe Hand has punted all game, but West Haven has punted numerous times. The high kick. It's going to be fielded on the bounce there by Banerjee, I believe that is. Brings it back to the 50. Well, I wish somebody would tell me who number 58 is. That just went into the game for Hand. I don't have him on my roster. That's Billings. Now he dumps it off for a completed pass of about 5 or 6 yards. Ian Butler makes the catch. That was more of a shot put than it was a pass. Second and 6, or excuse me, second and 4. It's a low pass, incomplete. That pass was aimed for number 58, whom I have not identified. Third and 4. Clock is running on an incomplete pass with running time. That's right up the middle by the quarterback. First down and a lot more. Phoenix Billings took it right up the middle. He's a good runner forehand. He's also a good passer. They're going to use as much time as they can between each play. Second half. There the referee's hand goes up, and here comes the play. Complete pass over on this side. Good yardage. Hit hard down at about the 20. That was number 58, my mystery man. Now Tom Banish gave his number is 56. That's Luke Wagner, but I'm pretty sure that's 58. Ineligible receiver downfield against hand. Ball is taken back to the 37. First down now at about 17. It's Billings. Takes it across the 35, and that's about it. Gain about 3. And the referee stops the clock. We've played over half of this third quarter already. Clock is rolling. Second down, about 14. And McCabe up the middle, still going, down near the 20. That's almost a first down. It is a first down. Needed 14 and he picked it up. Gained about 15. Billings hands it off to McCabe. He stopped short. Lost a yard. Second down and 11. Quarterback looking to pass, complete pass. That looks like Bartosik down near the 10. That's close to another first down. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to put it down about the 11. 9-yard gain. Third and 1. It's McCabe got the first down, still going, into the end zone. Touchdown hand. Colin McCabe. I haven't been keeping track of how many times he scored in this game, but it's at least 3. And he had 8 or 9 touchdowns prior to this game. That extends the lead to 46-0. Extra point kick.
Kick is up, and it's good.
Good kick. 47-0. Excuse me, 46. So the clock does stop after a score. 3:05 left third quarter. And the West Haven crowd seems to be thinning out and heading for home. While we have a break here, I'll mention that next week is an away game. They play Foran in Milford. It's an away game. And then the following week they play Jonathan Law, also a Milford school, at home. So the next 2 games are against teams from Milford. That's another long high kick. Feel it about the 10. Good run, back up across the 30.
Kickoff return by number 9, Coates. Stopped by number 59, Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes in on the tackle on special teams. Now West Haven comes out in a spread formation. And it's a reverse back this way. Kind of a misdirection. Gains nothing, however.
Stopped by number 25, Shane Reiner.
Shane Reiner makes the stop. And Hands defense, as advertised, is tough again tonight. West Haven has gotten very little trying to run against them. Quarterback rolling right, and he tackled for another big loss. Tackled from behind.
Sacked by number 20, McCabe.
Colin McCabe ran him down from behind. We're down to a minute and a half left, third quarter, with Daniel Hand with a big lead, 47-0.
30-17.
They have enough points. All they need to do now is let the clock run. Handed off to the right, cut back,
Ball carried by number 9, Coates.
stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
By number 51, Jack Flanagan.
A lot of new kids in there. Darryl Brake, number 15, is one of them.
Loss of another yard. 4th and 18.
And a man into the game late for Hand. Banerjee is the return man. Back just across the 50. Pretty good kick. Gonna hit on the far sideline, roll forward to about the 43.
Ball roll set at the 44-yard line.
And a lot of new players in there for Hand already.
That's the end of the third quarter.
That's
Hand 47, Haven 0.
That ran out the third quarter, 47-0 after 3 quarters of play. Okay, one more quarter to go. Yep. Well, Phoenix Billings is still in there, quarterback for Hand. Well, I don't expect him to stay in the game much longer. Jesse Lutz carries the ball, gains 4 or 5. There's a whole crew of new players.
Carried by Jesse Lutz.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pick up.
By number 30, Annette.
I think Hand is making pretty much
About 5 yards on the play.
wholesale changes. Timeout Hand as they get a new bunch of players into the game. Well, that timeout was to get a bunch of new players into the game. And Kevin Neislich is in at quarterback now, number 10. And I think almost everybody else is also in for the that are not starters. The ball is centered over the head of the quarterback, recovered by West Haven. So that was a rather high hike. That was not the starting center in there, Ryan Bordier. I've mentioned him a time or two. He's a sophomore and done a good job at center all year. Yeah, I also see number 24 in there for a hand, Kevin Girardi. He has been out for some time with a bad ankle. I knew he was in uniform tonight, but this is the first time I've seen him in the game. It's a pass on the sideline. They're going to give him a completion over there, it looks like. Kid named Jeanette, he's one of the captains. Caught the ball and just barely stayed in bounds.
About 4 yards to
Four-yard gain.
second and 6.
Second down, 6. To sweep left, and he's got room to run over there. And I got him pinned against the sideline, but a first down, however.
Tackled by number 4, Ferrick.
Tom Ferrick makes the tackle. And we still have the running time. 9.5 minutes left in the ball game. Hand with a big lead. 47-0. This is West Haven's deepest penetration. And he's now looking to run around the right side. Knocked down hard at the 10.
Tackled by number 56, Luke Wagner.
Luke Wagner in on the tackle. Gained 4 yards.
Gain of about 4. Second and 6.
Second and 6 at about the 10. Now he's looking to throw it. And they're going to give him a catch down there at about the 2. Complete pass on the sideline.
Pass is complete. To number 3, Medina. First down and goal.
First and goal at the 2. West Haven is trying to get rid of the goose egg on the scoreboard here. Against basically the JV team of Hand. Quarterback is stopped for a loss. Back at the 5. Good defense that time. That was Kevin Neislich in on.
Number 16, Banerjee, and number 56, Wagner.
Wagner, Banerjee, and Neislich in on that tackle.
Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 5 now. Quarterback looking to throw it. Out of reach. No good.
Intended for number 9. Coach, incomplete.
Third and goal at the 5.
Third and goal.
Clock continues to run on an incompleted pass with running time in the fourth quarter. With Hand with a big lead. Spread formation, looking to throw to the left. Completed pass and tackled short. I thought I saw a flag late.
Tackled by number 75, Mackie McDonald.
Mack and McDonald in there on defense. So Hand still has a few starters in there, not many. And it's against Hand. That'll be personal foul against Hand halfway to the goal. They've turned over the marker at fourth down. I guess they don't get an automatic first down on that penalty. Timeout, West Haven. They probably aren't going to have much success trying to run it in because Hand has got the big boys in there, the Flanagan and McDonald and Cornello in the middle of that line. So expect a pass here. Fourth down play. Looking to throw it. Looking for the end zone. Caught it. Touchdown, West Haven. Shane Clark, number 15 for West Haven, made that catch in the end zone. Conversion try coming. They're going to go for two, it looks like. And they're going to run to the left, and no good. Good tackle.
Ball carrier is number 3, Medina. Tackled by number 72, Ben Cornello.
Ben Cornello makes that tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So the score now remains 47-6. West Haven to kick it back to Hand. Hand's got everybody up close expecting an onside kick. Nobody back deep. He kicks it away. He's called for a fair catch at the 20. While we're changing positions here, I'll mention that this is the 5th game of the season. Hand's starting defense has yet to be scored on. And I believe that opposing teams have not been successful on any extra point tries the whole year.
Ball carried by number 26, Brett Leckie.
Number 26 carried the ball. That's Brett Leckie.
Gain of about a yard on the play. Second down.
Kevin Neislick at quarterback, and will be content to pretty much keep the ball on the ground. Let the clock run. Hand it off, run to the right. Not much there.
Leckie with the carry again.
Brett Leckie carried the ball again, 26.
By number 30, Jeanette. Gain of another yard, 3rd and 8.
Kevin Neislick is letting as much of the clock run as possible between every play. It's run to this side, no good. Lost a few yards. We're down to 4 minutes left in the game.
26 carry again, Leckie. Tackled by number 81, Nicholas Kamara.
His Hand's first punt of the game. Out of bounds near the 50. '76, Jake Dano into the game. And number 7, Chris Bader. A player in late for West Haven. He's run to the right. That ball was knocked loose. It was a loss on the run. Hand looks like they may have recovered. Hand got the ball.
Fumble recovered by number 15. Darryl Brake. First down, Tigers.
Darryl Brake, number 15, recovered that. I saw that number 71 for a hand was right there. Tyler Tarantino. So Hand with the ball back. We're down to a minute and a half left in the game. This game was decided early in the first quarter. Kevin Nisley is standing there with his arms folded. Now he's ready for the play. Handed off over the right side up to the 45. Gains about 3. We're inside of a minute left. So with this big win, that shouldn't hurt Hans' rankings of third in the state before this game. We're halfway through the season now. We'll sign off pretty quickly at the top of the press box as soon as this is over. About one more play. That's McCabe going to the right. Not much there. So that will run out the clock. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Torda, or with Frank Torda down in Florida. Steve Fuest on the camera. John Woods is here. So Hand is now 5-0, and they play at Foran and Milford next week. And 2 weeks from today, they play at home against Jonathan Law of Milford. So good night from Strong Field, where the final score is Daniel Hand 47, West Haven 6. Good night.